你们好.
大家好.
I'm Richard Ang, founder of Mandarin for Kids here in Sydney. This is Deb Chen.
你好.
This is Joanne Ng.
Hello.
Who both co-direct our Upper North Shore centres. MFK has taught children Chinese for over 10 years now. And as we come to the tail end of 2019, we wanted to share with you some of our exciting developments we're planning for 2020.
Our dream at MFK is really to see young children who hasn't had a background in Mandarin gain the opportunity to form a foundation in the language that could actually progress to conversational Chinese in their primary years, even if they don't speak the language at home. We understand the Australian culture in needing the program to be interactive, creative, and enjoyable for our children.
Yeah.
So our approach is really immersion, and through smaller classes to enable maximum interaction and conversations.
That's right. I have 3 children and we don't speak Chinese at home. We're fully Australian born, and my kids have been doing the Mandarin for Kids program since they were 2 years old. And I've seen that over the years they really have this foundation of starting to speak the language. And my daughter, doing a bilingual school now in her second year, is fluently speaking the language. So we've really started to see that we want children with a little bit more exposure on a weekly basis. We want to see them actually take on the language, even if you've got no background in it and don't speak it at home.
Yeah, that's right. What we're learning from this is also researching from various second language programs in Australia and internationally. And what we find is exposure to a second language from an early age, from 3 to 5 years old, and then continue through to primary school, can actually set up a child with fluency for this second language. And
Yeah, we have been doing this for years now, and we do recognise that in Australia there's so much going on for the children, and there's a lot of competing interests for parents and children's time alike. As education and creative learning providers, we want to provide a program that could produce results that could benefit the children for the long term and in a more tangible way. Our vision is actually the long game for our students, as all these young people are our future, and we know that we play a significant role in helping young Australians to connect more with Asia and with the Mandarin language itself.
So from next year, 2020, we are aligning our primary age program to an internationally recognized syllabus called the YCT.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a language proficiency assessment where we can introduce the opportunity for all our students to take an assessment at the end of the year that helps to identify their progress and also the level of mastery for the language as well.
Excellent.
Yes.
We recognise that not every family may want to do their assessments and they want to do it more recreationally. So we're actually creating an opportunity for students, if they do want to take this pathway, to take on a second hour per week of immersion in the content that they've done over that week, and much more conversation and much more interaction. So what we see is that parents can choose, or parents have the opportunity to either take on the assessments or continue recreationally.
That's fantastic. So we are opening up our enrollments for 2020 in preparation for next year, and we encourage you, if you haven't booked in for a trial, to contact one of our services for a free trial, as we do have limited numbers for our different programs. And the beauty of our program is that we can take beginners from the ages of 3 to 6, and we can provide the attention each student needs to help them catch up and catch on to the language at whichever stage they come into our program.
Yeah, so jump onto our website to check out our centres and timetables for 2020. We look forward to the new year and hope to work with your children.
See ya!
再见!
再见!